All right, let's move on to our next story. This is going to be something that I'm going to be upfront with you. I don't really understand, and that's okay. I'm going to do my best to read through the article, and if there's something that you don't understand, I probably don't understand it either. But I think this is an interesting story because it's something that I assume most people who have listened to the show and will continue to listen to the show in the future know somebody who is affected by cancer, know somebody whose life was taken by this disease, know somebody who's currently dealing with it right now. And it's just, and there's been an argument for many, many years about why there has been no cure to this disease that has killed millions of people every single year. Why don't they make a cure to it? Well, if they make a cure to it, then these companies whose entire business practice is treating cancer and chemotherapy and these kinds of treatments, then they would be out of business because there would be a cure to cancer. Nobody would have cancer. Okay, maybe, maybe. I'm not discounting that, but we have here a study and a experiment that was done that showed they were, and I don't want to say that it's a cure or it's anything that I think is going to flip the world upside down, but I think it's an important thing to talk about, and I wanted to bring it to your attention. And like I said, I will do my best to try and break it down as best as I know. Now, a lot of this stuff, the sciencey terms, I don't know. So let's get into it. Scientists destroy 99% of cancer cells in the lab using vibrating molecules. Wow. Scientists have discovered a new way to destroy cancer cells, stimulating aminocyanine molecules with near infrared light cause them to vibrate and sync enough to break apart the membranes of cancer cells. Very cool. Amino cyanide molecules are already used in bioimaging as synthetic dyes. Commonly used in low doses to detect cancers, they stay stable in water and are very good at attaching themselves to the outside of the cells. You can kind of see right here. I guess the blue thing is this aminocyanine molecules. If you're not watching this, this will not make sense. So they attach it to the actual cell, the cancer cell, and then they shoot some light at it, near infrared light, and then that causes it to vibrate, and that vibration breaks apart the cell. Very, very cool. The research team from Rice University, Texas A&M, and the University of Texas says the new approach is a marked improvement over another kind of cancer-killing molecular machine previously developed called Faringa type motors, which could also break the structures of problematic cells. Quote, it is a whole new generation of molecular machines that we call molecular jackhammers, says chemist James Torr from Rice University. They are more than 1 million times faster in their mechanical motion than the former Faringa type motors, and they can be activated with near infrared light rather than visible light. The use of near infrared light is important because it enables scientists to get deeper into the body. Much like how on the James Webb Space Telescope, they use infrared light to look through gases of stars and look millions and billions and trillions of miles away. They here are using that exact same technology to pass through barriers of skin, to pass through barriers of just stuff. Cancer in bones and organs could potentially be treated without needing surgery to get to the cancer growth by use of near infrared light. In tests on cultured lab-grown cancer cells, the molecular jackhammer method scored a 99% hit rate at destroying the cells. The approach was also tested on mice with melanoma tumors, and half the animals became cancer-free. Wow. The structure and chemical properties of aminocyanine molecules mean they stay in sync with the right stimulus, such as near-infrared light. When in motion, the electrons inside the molecules form what's known as plasmons or plasmins, collectively vibrating entities that drive movement across the whole of the module. So the entire module or molecule, sorry, the entire molecule is moving, not just a specific piece of it. So that's important to know. Quote, what needs to be highlighted is that we've discovered another explanation for how these molecules can work, says chemist Cicerone Ayala Orozco from Rice University. Quote, this is the first time a molecular plasmon is utilized in this way to excite the whole molecule and to actually produce mechanical action used to achieve a particular goal. In this case, tearing apart cancer cells' membrane. The plasmons have an arm on one side, helping to connect the molecules to the cancer cell membrane, while the movements of the vibration bash them apart. It's still early days for the research, but these initial findings are very promising. This is also the kind of straightforward biomechanical technique that cancer cells would find it hard to evolve some sort of blockade against. Next, the researchers are looking at other types of molecules that can be used similarly. Quote, this study is about a different way to treat cancer using mechanical forces at the molecular scale. And then let's go to the actual study right here. This is in nature.com. Like always, I'll post this in right here. You see the abstract, and I definitely don't want to pay for it, but so basically what's happening here is they're basically attaching. I'm going to keep going back to an earlier conversation and talk about war, but this time I'm going to talk about the video game Call of Duty. So in Call of Duty, there's a thing in many of the games that you can use either a sticky grenade or something such as a C4, which is an explosive device. And the thing about the two of these is that you can throw them from a distance and they'll stick on whatever surface that they touch. So if you have somebody running up towards you, you can throw it, you can hit them on the head with it, and it sticks to their head and it'll explode. And then it can, if somebody's driving a helicopter or a tank or whatever, you can throw it and attach it to them, and then it'll explode as well. That same kind of idea is what is happening here, although the button that you're pressing to make it explode is actually the near infrared light that they are using. So I hope that they can continue to do more research on this. They've only done it in mice, and I hope and pray that they can find a way to do it in humans, because I mean, I don't have to say it. It's not an original take, but if we can, as a society, find a cure to cancer, we could keep a lot more people alive on this planet and save people and families who just they lose not only a spouse, a mother, a father, a brother, a sister, a son or a daughter, a cousin, a grandma, grandpa, these people that lose key parts of their family. The amount of money and the amount of time and the amount of tears that are wept could be saved if we are able to find a very, very reliable thing such as this, where it's basically you're just killing the actual cells. It's not per se doing exactly making our body strong so we can fight off the cancer cells. No, it's going to the cancer cells and exploding them, which I think is pretty cool. But let's wait and see until they start testing it on humans. And then I saw this because I was looking up what an aminocyanine molecule was. And this was the best that I could really. These molecules can break apart cancer cell membranes when stimulated by near infrared light. Okay. It is commonly used as a synthetic dye in bioimaging. It demonstrates over 1 million times faster mechanical motion than its predecessors. The use of near infrared light holds significant importance as it facilitates deeper penetration into the body. This breakthrough could potentially revolutionize the treatment of cancers in bones, organs, and eliminating the need for invasive surgeries. Hence why they're using near infrared radiation. So that they can get into your bones, they can get into deep parts of your body that you don't have to worry about your skin or a potential organ being in the way of. All right, how does it work? Okay, as the molecules move, the electrons within them form plasmons, collecting vibrating entities that induce movement throughout the entire molecule. The plasmons resembling molecular arms connected with cell membranes and through vibrational movements dismantle them. Cancer cells are different to normal cells in various ways. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is important. So it connects to them and it vibrates, and that is what breaks apart this outer shell and ultimately kills the cancer cell itself. But like I said, a lot more research has to be done on this topic, and I hope that one day this planet will be able to at least maybe not find a cure, but find a treatment that is 50%, 50% effective when it comes to this. I mean, that's what it was with the mice, basically. I mean, that would save a lot of people. I think that's overall a good thing.